Where did you get the idea to make BFBBFBG, and what even is something?
The idea of BFBBG came through an Asian livestream that happened 4 days before, like, the actual release of the season. At first I wanted to make a quick season and all-in-one livestream, and I just randomly decided to make it an entire show for some reason. Something was already confirmed to be just like a pile of papers and glue in the audition video.
Would Stewie and Squidward get into a death battle? Would be funny lol.
Could be possible considering Stewie has like a whatever's traveling device.
What do ATD and AYATD stand for?
ATD stands for subscribe my channel, and AYATD means subscribe to my channel seriously.
Well, there you go.
Do camps count? Not for the Q&A. And if so, will we get an AAAAG Season 3 and 4 elimination order?
Very low chance this will happen.
Question 1. When BFBB4?
Not for a long while.
Question 2. Why did you remove old Jurta and Damu Jurta?
There has been no resolved accident.
Do you prefer the color green or yellow?
This one! What about you, Alex?
Mine's a classified answer.
Where did you guys get inspiration for your shows? Like, for example, how does one come up with such a silly show?
Whoa, Alex, how did one come up with such a silly show?
I mean, the core element of how O even happened was just an April Fool's joke at first, but then I kind of wanted to make something new, something that didn't really revolve around the concept of object shows, and I just kind of wanted to make something new out of the object show concept of what I could really do. But the inspiration, I guess it's just various of sources that I've been watching, because like prior to 2024, before April Fools even came around, I've been endlessly started watching so many animated movies, and I wanted to get a bit of inspiration, and O just seemed to be the perfect project to experiment with what I can exactly do, to think outside the box of the object show concept, and I guess that's how it happened.
As for me, BFBBG, again through like an art request live stream, and WNBA, Why Not Bro Again, was inspired off of an old 2015 show that I made, which is like a continuation of it.
But what was that said old 2015 show inspired from?
Object shows. I don't know, I don't recall like any other inspiration that isn't like BFDI or object shows.
Does Yellow Circle have a favorite food?
In Yellow Circle's unlucky day short, he seemed pretty stoked for a plate of spaghetti.
If you had to rank every show you made, how would the order go?
We both love our shows equally. Except for the bad ones.
Is Gabrielle celebrating certain holidays in OH Side World with the flower guy?
First of all, I kind of made a mistake in the past. It's called O-Side Down World, not O-Side World. And second of all, to answer the question, I mean, yeah, it would be pretty empty. And it seems like St. Patrick's Day is his favorite so far.
How were the characters created in O?
So to start off, Lambda is just basically a Greek letter that I thought would be pretty unique to make into a host. I know nowadays everyone is in mutual disagreement that algebraians should stop being hosts for object shows, but I thought it'd be unique. Badly Drawn Coiny actually came from an FLA from one of Windows' old object show intros that he made. I thought he looked really cool, and at first glance I had no idea that there was more to that Badly Drawn Coiny character until I asked Windo for the FLA of it, just to check, and I was in surprise that there were at least 4 frames that exist inside of Badly Drawn Coiny. I think an hour after the VC ended, I made a small video testing out the symbol, and this is the very video right here. And so from there, I decided to make Badly Drawn Coiny a prominent character in the show. Mysterious CD Disc is mainly an inspiration of my CD collection that I own. Buenosaurus was made by Windo. It was obviously, the name Buenosaurus was an inspiration from that episode BFB2, where Nickel says, Buenosaurus! At least for a year, we've been trying to change the pronunciation of them, which would be a lot more easier. Guzraman was made by Mackie, I don't remember how. Sad Face actually came from a drawing that Windo made of an Epicor styled roster of a friend group that we're in. And I couldn't stop laughing when I saw myself, how I looked like in the drawing. And so I decided to use that drawing and make that a contestant. Originally, Sad Face had legs, by the way, but For some reason it was decided against it. I don't remember why. YouTuber is just a YouTube icon. I don't remember why I chose him. I thought he'd be pretty unique. Gual was like the last addition to the cast, I think. Dreamman, he's just Dreamman.
And does O stand for anything, or is it just the word O?
I would have exactly clarified that in the intro if it stood for anything, but no. It's just the word O.
Why did OH take almost a year?
I've been jumping to drafts after drafts after drafts, and I wasn't very happy with what I came up with at first, but essentially, I think in late August, I came up with a much more comfortable draft to work with in 04. But then essentially, it came out around a very bad time, where me and Windo and the rest have been primarily focused on the former January 10th Frenzy 2025. Windo made 04 a low priority as he was primarily focused on animating WNBA 5 as that was supposed to be an episode for the January 10th Frenzy 2025. Essentially, I think around the New Year's Eve, Windo's motivation just dried out and he kind of died the 6th time, but eventually we picked up the pace and we started slowly working on it, and yeah, we eventually got it done. It's just that we've been jumping through projects after projects, and it was a little difficult to balance out 04 in this, but we essentially did it, so...
Can you deposit your thoughts?
I won't do that in public. I hate talking about my feelings.
Are there any neurodivergent characters?
First of all, that's a very specific question to ask, and second of all, I guess Buenosaurus is the closest candidate to that. I mean, there are symptoms, I guess.
When will badly drawn coiny get a car to get a car wash?
He needs to get a license first.
If we have a badly drawn coiny, do we also have a goodly drawn coiny?
There's an O comic that seems to answer that question. Not to be confused with that other coiny guy.